Instagram.
I think we're live.
I've
Are we live?
Yes. Our
uh,
last show of 2025.
right. We,
Wow.
we are live, folks. How's everyone doing? Tiffany, how are you? And how's your mom?
Hi, everything is well. Queen Mother's doing well. My family, she enjoyed Christmas. You know, I am actually the Grinch wife. So I'm very green when it comes to Christmas. But my mother loved it. I got beautiful gifts. I didn't even give them no gifts. So but anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a blessing. I hope everybody enjoy their family and loved ones day. How was y'all Christmas? Did y'all spend time with your families?
Uh,
I'm a Grinch.
you're a Grinch.
Yes.
You didn't have you didn't have family and friends and loved ones and that stuff.
No, actually, I didn't. I mean, we know we made the kids happy. The kids had a great Christmas. Um, and hey, I'm here. I'm happy. I'm alive. My family's alive, and that's the most blessing thing you can have. At this point. So, I just think I don't know. I wasn't in the spirit this year, man. I think I tried hard to get in the spirit, but I just couldn't.
Yeah.
There's just so
Yeah.
much. By the way, Tiffany, your hair looks nice.
Yes.
Thank you. Y'all really like my hair. This is my hair, my real hair. You should have saw me
Actually,
trying to pull this natural together.
actually
Thank you.
call actually call Yarda actually zell me some money before the show to say that, but
And I still didn't get my birthday gift. Y'all really
It's
keep playing
coming.
with me.
It's coming. It's
it's
coming.
coming. Wait, next time we
Don't
hook up.
worry, because I told you I want a Barbados trip. You think I'm playing games? I
Uh,
want to see some monkeys.
Damn, monkeys in Barbados, huh?
Yeah, he said they flooded with them.
have
Man,
monkeys everywhere.
we
Everywhere.
have rednecks everywhere here, so we're flooded with rednecks in America. You're flooded with monkeys in your country, huh?
All
With
right. So
rednecks and coons.
today's show, our main topic will be I don't know if Nicki Minaj has gone off the deep end. We're not sure what's going on with Nicki.
She's on drugs.
No one's sure on, but I think something happens when you get million. I don't know if somebody offered us 10 million to change this show to MAGA. Would Kev, if somebody said, I'm gonna give you guys 10 million each, I just want you guys to every Sunday talk about these MAGA talking points.
Can I have two podcasts? Can I agree to that and then still do this show on Sundays and on Wednesdays? I can pretend like I like MAGA.
No, I don't even know why you even asked Kev. He is
I
like Snoop
know.
Dogg. You can pay him and he will do it. Now,
No,
10
see, I
million,
would
I will
never.
be MAGA for 24 hours because I need that 10 million. No, I'm just kidding.
See, I can't. I wouldn't sell out my race. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I
Nikki.
couldn't sell
Here's the
out my
deal, though.
race.
Here's the deal. We don't have Nikki's money. She's worth millions of dollars. I don't think nobody on this panel is worth millions of dollars.
Mhm.
So to ask us to take a dive when we're working, to make a living and pay our bills and stuff is different than a multi-millionaire, which I believe she should be at this stage of her life, to do what she's doing and all the other multi-millionaires that have turned MAGA, 50 Cent and Tommy Hearns, the boxer, and and what's the football player, all these guys that have gone MAGA, all these rappers, uh, Lil Wayne and all the others. These guys allegedly are millionaires and should be at this
And
stage of
bought
their life,
and
right?
paid for. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the other one? The big dude down in Miami with all the money. The big fat guy. All these guys got millions of dollars, man. And so for them at this stage of their life where they already have the millions to sell out their race is disturbing. I'm more. I understand if a guy trying to pay his bills and he go, "Hey man, I got to take this leap because I got I got to buy my mama a house. I got to pay my bills off. I got a credit card debt up to my neck. I got to do something. I have more respect for that guy than a guy that already got 15 million in the bank, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna go MAGA."
Yeah. All right. We already have someone in the comments saying supporting MAGA is not selling out. All right, we're gonna get to that. It is selling out if you're black.
Yeah, sell out if you're black. Oh, and right, like we said last week, a lot of Latinos are now joining ICE. We got Latinos joining ICE, and you got black people following MAGA. And this person in the chat saying, "You don't see Jews following Hitler."
All right.
But because these guys this administration means harm to people of color. I don't know what it takes for people to get that through their thick head. At this stage of the game, whether you're black or white or Chinese, whoever you are, if you don't see that this administration is against people of color, period, then you're just being naive at this stage of the game.
I heard it's color, trans, gays.
Yeah,
Like I heard the gay community is very upset with her too.
because they support her.
Again, I'm not surprised at her. We look where she come. She's not a foundational black American. She does not know how it feels. She was born in Trinidad. We do not. I'm telling you, it's a lot of why she did what she did, and I'm not surprised.
All right. So, Tiffany, can you give us the rundown before we get started?
We are protected by fair use only, okay? We do not own the rights to the content or the music. We use it as educational purposes only, entertainment purposes only. Everything that we said is allegedly, is not true fact because we don't have the proof. We're just giving our personal opinion. Please make sure you like and subscribe and share and leave us a comment and let us know how you feel.
All right, thank you. And on today's show, obviously, we're talking about Nicki Minaj. We're also going to do a year in review of all the hot topics and all the events that occurred for 2025. Also, Tiffany, I think for every show we do, I want to touch a bit on mental health for Black people because
Yes.
you talk about it a lot and
Mhm.
pay a lot of attention to it, but it's really something that we really start to need to pay attention to because it is a thing, it is real, and it is happening. So I'm going to do a couple of videos on that. And also anything else blackity black that deserve discussing, obviously we will discuss it. Also, if you want to join the panel, if you have something to say and you disagree with us or you agree with us, we just ask, please be respectful. I mean, there's no need to come in and call us names and be swearing because we don't have that vibe. We just have our own opinions, and if you have your opinion and you want to share your opinion, and we'll give you our view, you give us your view. That's fine. We welcome anyone to join the panel. You want to jump on for a few minutes? We are absolutely open to that. And with that said, please like and share and subscribe to our channel. And we're going to kick it off with Nicki Minaj, and this is why people are so upset. I can't even name a Nicki Minaj song. I'm sorry.
Two of us.
All right, here we go. Here's Nicki Minaj on stage at Turning Point USA with
Boys will be boys. Be boys. What the?
And so for little girls, I don't want what was done to little black girls done to little white girls. I don't want it done to any girls. I want all the little girls in the world to know that you are unique. You are beautiful. You are you, and you can compliment another girl. You can compliment another woman and still know that you are epic and amazing. So that's what I would say for the girls. And I know I know my adults understand clearly where I'm going with that, where I'm getting, I don't like that. I don't like people making other people feel badly about themselves in any way. We need to nurture young girls. yes, whether they are black, white, Asian, Hispanic, they still need to be nurtured. They cannot continue to pay for other people's sins. They haven't done anything wrong.
Amen. And what do you think about for young men? For young men.
And for young men, don't be new scum. Yes, see, dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine. Yes, we did. I love you. I love you. You have to laugh about it, truly. I have been called every single thing, and you know what? God is so good, you let it roll right off your back. And this is what's so beautiful about this moment, because if the internet wants to clip it, who cares? I love this woman. She's an amazing woman. She has a soul and a heart for the Lord. And words are words, but I know her heart, and it doesn't even matter. And you say what you want to say because I know your heart. I will not judge that.
Sister. Thank you. For boys, be boys.
Amen.
Be boys. It's okay. Be boys. There's nothing wrong with being a boy. Amen. How about that?
Amen.
How powerful is that? How profound is that?
Amen.
Boys will be boys, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
What's something the media and the world in general?
I'm disappointed in my sister Nikki. You have no business using hip hop music to build yourself in black culture. Very talented sister, very articulate sister, very intelligent sister, tremendous lyricist. Few sisters I could put in front of her in terms of lyrical talent. But how dare you build a comfortable life for you and your beautiful family on black culture and then turn around and use that success to help Donald Trump leverage his military agenda against black Africa, the black Caribbean, and black America. I need her to understand, Art, Sister Nikki, you are being used against the black Caribbean. You are being used against black Africa, and you are being used against black America. Is what Donald Trump is offering you, is it worth that? Is it worth the turning back the clock of African people in 3 separate regions? Art, you got the Caribbean. He's pushing that Venezuela military agenda. You got Nigeria. He's pushing that fake save the Christians in the North agenda so he can access Ibrahim Traore. And of course, you see what he's doing to black folks. I hope my sister rethinks what she's doing. I got nothing but love for her and her family. But Nicki Minaj, please, 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 sister, do not go down in history as one of the greatest coons who ever lived in the 21st century.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We be giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now
Now
welcome to the
welcome to
Black
the Black
Therapy Show.
Heritage Show.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Right, all right. Dr. Umar said, please, Nikki, do not go down in history as one of the greatest coons that ever lived.
She's
And
doing a good job.
and I think what hurts more, and Tiffany and I have gone back and forth with this, is it's really hard when you see people that look like you, um, that come to America, black people come to America, and then they join the other side. And there is two sides. I can tell you there is two sides because when I came to America, I didn't choose a side. I was put on a certain side. And Nicki Minaj came. She's her parents are from Trinidad and Tobago. She came here when she was 5 years old, and you would think that. How old is Nicki? In her 30s, maybe. So was she?
No, Nikki's in her. Wait, let me find out. Go ahead.
But I'm saying, even though she's been in this country for such a long time, and if you grew up in a household of Caribbean people, even though you live in America, your whole way of thinking is still Caribbean. You still have
That's
this,
what I was about to say. It's still because you raised in a Caribbean house.
So even though she's seen a lot of stuff with Black America,
She's
uh,
43.
43, it sounds crazy, but you still don't. I identify with Black America, and I've said this before. The N word. People say if somebody said the N word in my presence, white person, it doesn't hit me the way it would hit Kevin or Tiffany. Because it does nothing to me. I hear it. It's almost like the word boy or girl or dog or cat. But I understand how it hits Kevin and how it hits Tiffany. So same thing goes for Nicki Minaj. But if you're in this country as long as she has, you should know better, because I know better. Which is why I have the views I have, because I've seen enough. I didn't take no one didn't tell me how to interpret what I'm experiencing in America. I just use my experience, and my experience has taught me that I'm on the black side. That's what America has taught me, that I am on the black side. They just say,
Yeah,
hey,
you're not only Bayesian, you are
right,
a black person
right,
in a race predominant world. Especially America. America is based on race.
right,
It's not based on where you're from or tribe or who your people is. They don't care about that. If you're black, you're black.
right. But I will say, and I have said this, when I talk and people realize I am black but not Black American, it changes.
Yeah, they act different.
Yeah,
You're the calm black nigga. No.
you know, all of a sudden now I'm not a threat anymore. You know.
hmm
So, but yeah, Tiffany, your thoughts on Nicki and what's going on?
Oh, listen, I'm not surprised. I tell anybody, I think Nikki's on drugs. Nikki, to me, been on drugs for a long time, and everybody's been overlooking her behavior or something. Something is going on with her, in my eyes. Um, to be honest, when I heard Dr. Umar talk about it, it made me understand so much. Like, it came up with so many things. She could be doing this because of immigration issues. I don't know if she's trying to make sure her papers stay immigrated or her family. I don't know. It could be that, she wants to clear her husband's name, sexual assault, because that he is actually a sexual offender. He cannot go to a school. He can't go to Disney World. He can't go nowhere where his children at. And not saying he didn't rape a child, but he did take advantage of a teenager when he was younger. So that don't come off your record. It could be that her brother is also in jail for sexual assault. And now you have Trinidad, her home country, is now fighting Venezuela. So it could be that. And then word on the street is that they needed somebody else because now Candace is not with them anymore. Candace done woke up. Candace feel like the small hats is in charge. They messed up everything. So now that she's over on her own side, they need somebody else that have influence, which is Nicki Minaj. She has influence. And why she has influence is because many of us put her there, put her on that pedestal. I always knew something was wrong with her when she changed. She started changing her body type. You know, they all have these BBLs looking like trans women. It's just so much on top of it, but it's just really sad. Again, we got to remember she's not born here, like you said. She still has the mentality of a West Indian and how they feel about Black Americans. So like you said, the N-word is not, don't affect you like it will affect me. And that's the same thing with her. What's going on here in America is not affecting her like that, because that's not where her mindset is at. And then another thing, why they keep saying that we can't make white people feel we can't make white people feel uncomfortable for being white, or we got to treat little white girls, it wasn't their fault. Was you trying to say that about slavery, or what happened in the past, that we cannot blame them? First of all, we're not blaming them, but they are the descendants of these ancestors that did what they did to us. So no. And then you got Vance over there saying, don't be ashamed to be white. Are you serious? The whole world is white. White, 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 white. Why would you tell a white person not to be ashamed of being white? So that whole turning point USA was a big racist pie. Okay. And it's so bugged that one of our people that we, that a lot looked up to, or looked at it a certain way, she's a part of that now. And to be honest, what's her name? Lizzo came out and said, she said Trump only been there for what? Is this going to make a year? She said we got 3 more years to go. She said, don't be surprised. You're going to see other celebrities come out that we would have never known going to come out to be who she is also.
All right, Kev, are you a Nicki Minaj fan? Are you gonna miss Nicki if she gets canceled?
Somebody put a gun in my head right now and said, name one hit she had. Oh, I'm pulling the trigger. I'll be finished. I can't tell you one song that lady has done. I don't listen to her. I've only seen her on award shows when she came out to perform. And I can't say I'm a fan of her music. Like I said, I can't tell you one song she's done, one hit record she has. I cannot tell you. But I did some homework. She has a net worth of $150 million. She doesn't need Donald Trump. When you have $150 million in your bank account, your net worth, that includes your house, everything, all your property, what's in your bank on paper, whatever. She has a net worth of $150 million. She don't need Donald Trump. Matter of fact, if they kicked her out of the country, Donald Trump's only going to be president for so long. She can go back to her country, live good, and then come back when his ass is gone. Oh. So she don't have to kiss the ring to stay in America when you got that much money. You got high-powered lawyers, you have rights, and if she's not a citizen, I don't know if she's a citizen. I heard rumors that she's not a full citizen. I don't know what the deal is, but she's been here since she was 5. So, and she's a multi-millionaire. She has the best lawyers money can buy. And if she had to go home, hey, Trinidad is not a bad place to be. Especially if you got $150 million to take with you. You can live like a king there too. And it'll only be for a couple of years because, Trump ain't gonna be president forever. I know America's a great place, right? So they say, but she can go back to her country for a little while if she's fighting for that, And if her husband's a criminal, that type of money, you figure things out. You don't hurt the people that help you get the $150 million. Because nobody in MAGA helped her get that $150 million. People that she shit on, the Latino community, the Black community, people that went out, all her fans that come to her concerts, the LGBT, community, all the people that go to her concerts and buy her CDs and spend money at her concerts and support her career to the point where she has a net worth of $150 million aren't people who hang out Turning Point. You know what I'm saying? So for her to go there, she's shitting on the people that help her be a success. Trump, this administration is not helping the LGBT. They're not helping the Black community. They're not helping the Latino community. They're out to get these communities. You know,
Yes,
I'm not
they
making
are.
this up. Anybody disagree with me that's watching on YouTube? I'm not making this up. All you got to do is Google and read Project 2025, or do some homework on Stephen Miller, or do some homework on Steve Bannon.
Okay.
Get back to this show and tell us what you found out. Don't listen to what we say. Do your own damn homework. These people have a plan. Make America great again is just the words. Make America white again is the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just 100% facts. And so for her, for whatever reason, whatever her motivation is, she's crapping on the people that made her a success, or people that support her success. You know, her talent made her a success, but people had to go out and spend millions of dollars on her music, streaming it, buying it, whatever way they do it these days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and go to her concerts all over the world are people mostly black and brown. Not
Mm-hmm.
and Charlie Kirk. I mean, his widow's sitting there, and Charlie Kirk's on record dogging out Nicki Minaj,
Yeah, he
saying
said she
negative
wasn't
things
a good
about her.
role model
Is that saying she's not a role model, saying negative things
for
about
black
her?
women, which is for real. It's true.
He dogged out her and Cardi B and all black rappers and all female rappers. He jumped on them hard, you know, and said negative things about them. So for her to be there next to this man's widow, and I mean, does she not read the newspaper? Does she not do her own homework and see what Donald Trump how many people he has affected since he's been in office?
Mm-hmm. I think
And
she's a pawn.
it's
You
not just
need to
people of
know.
color. It's millions of white people that don't like this guy. Millions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, people just boycotted the Kennedy Center Christmas show. The artists, they're all white, by the way. They're like,
Yep, they sure did.
we're not showing up at the Kennedy Center. These are white artists. They didn't go to Kennedy Center for the Christmas show, the annual Kennedy Center Christmas show. It was canceled.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't canceled because of Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or Jay-Z didn't show up. It was canceled because white people didn't show up. They don't want to be around this guy. The honors, they don't want to be around this guy. You know, he is bad. He is bad for this country, and people know it. You know, and there are a few people still hanging on for whatever reason. They're still hanging in there. But you know, we know the truth right now. It can't be hidden anymore. So I don't know why she did what she did, but she's also had to shut down her Instagram page because she lost 10 million followers immediately. You know, 10 million followers she lost on her Instagram page, so she deleted her page. For the record, Joe Budden, who she had a good relationship with, said he's cutting ties with her. What's the other hot white chick, pop artist who's real popular? She came out and said she's cutting ties with her, and she had blocked her phone number from her personal cell phone and blocked her on all her social media. Can't think of the girl's name right now, but she's real popular.
Taylor Swift.
Huh? Now Taylor Swift, she's the other girl, real popular. I'll find her name real quickly before the show's up. I'll do some research over here on my Google. But yeah, she also blocked her. I can't think of her name right now. I'll find out though. I saw her earlier today, but she blocked Nicki and they were friends. So, you know, you got a lot of people, her personal friends are pissed at her.
And
This
then
guy,
I bet you a lot of them are not surprised either.
this guy, well, you know, she's been feuding with Little Kim and Cardi B and people like that. She's had her personal feuds with these people, and they've all already called her out. You know, before all of this happened, they called her out. You know, and so you know,
she done came for Jay-Z. I heard Jay-Z done banned her in some California record, some legal record stating that she can't even mention his name or Beyonce name no more because she's doing too much. So
in my
again,
work, in my brain, Little Kim's the GOAT of female rappers. So y'all need to stay off of Little Kim.
Oh yeah, yeah. Little Kim is definitely one of the top
Yeah,
rappers.
no
But
doubt.
also you got a lot of these women that have low self esteem, that have mental issues, have drug issues. You know, a lot of them. Come on, all of them change their body. Their bodies are deformed. Okay, you look at them; they don't look like real women. So that let me know that they not loving themselves properly. So, you know, again, I'm not surprised at Nikki's behavior. A lot of her barbs and which are trans and gays and stuff, they're disgusted how she just comes out and she goes on this platform turning point. You know, Miss Erica Kirk, God, you know, I know she just lost her husband, but I thought she was in mourning. You know, has he been going a year yet? You know, so again, you know, to each his own, but that's our thing. We have to stop putting these celebrities on pedestals. They're human just like us, and they do stupid shit just like she just did.
All right, here's another person who's not happy with Nicki Minaj.
Yesterday, I watched Nicki Minaj take her uneducated ass on the fucking stage with Erica Kirk and say Donald Trump is a fucking role model, that kids should look up to fucking Donald Trump. You can't tell me this ain't no grift. You can't tell me. She even said out of her mouth that this fat, sloppy, orange, nasty, potato neck motherfucker is handsome, y'all. This is some fucking bullshit. And I see her fans mad and all that. Y'all still gonna listen to her music, so it don't matter. But now she is speaking for white people. The same fucking stage that a white man said white people shouldn't have to apologize for being white. But her immigrant ass is on stage, on fucking stage, spewing this nonsense to her fucking base, y'all. The grift has never been like this before, y'all. They using Erica Kirk to push a fucking Christian agenda, y'all. Listen here, y'all. We don't give a fuck about no Erica Kirk. We didn't like Charlie Kirk, even Kirk Franklin, fuck all that shit. We don't want no part of this nonsense you motherfuckers is trying to put on us, y'all. Do y'all notice the propaganda machine is at full effect, y'all? Now they got Nicki Minaj, whose brother, a convicted pedophile, is trying to get her brother fucking released from jail from Donald Trump. It's the only reason she doing it, y'all. The grift is bigger than it's ever been, y'all. And I don't listen to Nicki Minaj. I don't follow Nicki Minaj, but a lot of people do. And she upsetted a lot of people, especially the barbs, the people that's behind her. She turned her back. Cause it's all about the fucking money, y'all. About the fucking money. So stop trying to push this turning USA bullshit on us. We won't accept this shit. This white Christian nation shit, we not gonna accept that shit. But Nicki Minaj, you should be a fucking shame of yourself. And I hope somehow, some way, they deport your ass because you're not even fucking legal. But yet you on fucking stage praising these white fucking racists. I hate you motherfuckers. All you black Trump supporters, I hate you motherfuckers.
Cynthia, Rebo, Lovey, all of these people would sit up here talking greasy about us. And we start doing lineage checks. See, these folks come over here and start all that, yo, 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 word to the mother, yo, yo, word, word, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, these people are mocking us. We have to start getting some straightening with these people, man. These old corny, lame folks doing all this weirdo stuff under our lineage, pretending to be a part of our lineage. And again, we start seeing how these people got down whenever they wanted to get something from us. They do this double dipping. Well, we all black. There's a minority coalition now. We all deal with the police pull me over. They ain't gonna answer. Are you Jamaican? Are you Dominican? Or you FBA? They just gonna do something to all of us. So they say that in order to get resources. They get the resources from us, and then when they get something specifically for themselves, they get to hoard all of that for themselves, and we can't even touch that. When they get something for themselves, boy, they immediately put a fence around it, and we can't touch it. The tether class, you're the ones who made the delineation movement pop off. Y'all say we all black, and when Michael B. Jordan, our foundational Black American brother, tried to start that liquor company, Jorvay, using a Trinidadian slang term, a term that was popular there, all the Trinidadians whose asses are over here said, oh no, y'all can't use our culture. No, that's ours. Even Nicki Minaj got in on the mix. No, you can't do that. You need to apologize, okay? You can't do that. Just apologize. Oh, we doing that? Love to give us the divisive speech. Don't let them run that con game. And that same person, look, sir, you're about to win a Grammy Award. Shout out to Nigeria. Nigeria, stand up.
Donna said, are you talking about Billie Eilish, Kev? Donna said,
yes. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yes, Billie Eilish. Yes, very popular artist in America right now. One of the hottest, and she's cut ties with Nicki Minaj. Yes. Thank you, Donna.
Yeah. I guess Nicki knows what she's doing. I'm certain she has an agenda. No one can be that dumb. And someone said in the chat, in the comments, that it's just a political view. And no, listen, at Christmas time, I had some friends over at my house, and one of them was MAGA. He's probably watching. I don't know if he's watching. Yes, Tiffany. I had a MAGA. He was from India, and he said he was going to watch the show tonight. I don't know if he is watching, but he said he doesn't agree with a lot of the stuff that Trump says, but he's conservative, so he likes some of the stuff they said. So that's why that's why he supports Trump, because he thinks conservatively. But I'm like, what about all the other stuff? I've heard Republicans say some things that I agreed with, but there's too much racism in the Republican Party.
Right.
It's too much. It's just too much going on there, And I'm not saying that the Democrats love us anymore, but there's just too much racism going on. I don't hear a whole bunch of racism on the Democratic side. There are probably some racist people on the Democratic side.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
Of course there is. But I don't remember any Democratic president in my lifetime that put together a ICE police force, which was made up of a bunch of undercover Proud Boys and KKK members whose sole goal is to go out and harass, now get paid, a good salary to go out and harass Black and brown people. I don't remember no alligator Alcatraz under Biden or any other president in my lifetime. I don't remember people getting snatched away from their kids and off of farms and hotels and day laborers and, helicopters landing on apartment buildings in Chicago, snatching Black babies and throwing them in the back of U-Hauls. None of this stuff happened on the Democratic watch,
Yeah.
Not in my lifetime, so.
Yeah. So I see nothing appealing on the Republican side. Okay, we have someone in the chat. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. It's DB Kiwi. I'm gonna go with DB Kiwi. And that person said, "You're right. Bill Clinton just put Blacks in prison for extended periods of time for minor offenses. Is that true?"
Too. Yeah, he did. Listen, I was just watching a documentary that was on 60 Minutes. I don't know if y'all heard about it, that America wasn't gonna play, but Canada wound up doing it. And they wound up talking about how a lot of the migrants are being flown to El Salvador's worst prison. And to hear them say what was being done to them: solitary confinement, food, they not getting proper food, they need medical attention. Do you know how many of my Black brothers have said this? What my brother had to go through. My friend just served 33 years. Everything that they say that they're going through, Black people has been going through for years and years as soon as that prison system opened up. So now we hope that these people that's from other countries that was trying to come against black people, we know how it feels to be persecuted. We know how it feels to be jailed. We know how it feels to be treated like shit. You understand what I'm saying? So now a lot of them is getting a wake-up call, and many of them voted for him. A lot of people from other countries voted for Trump. And look how he's treating them, the Somalians. Y'all was going hard for Trump. Now look at y'all now. Come to find out y'all been frauding the whole country all this damn time. You understand? But us black people, we don't do that. Why? Because we trying to survive out here. We can't even do half the stuff y'all do. You know. So again, this year has been definitely a wake-up call from all cultures, all backgrounds. Even for foundational black Americans, we learn who people really are and how people really feel about us. And the racism has always been there. It's just that Trump is racist out loud.
Let me respond. Let me respond real quickly to
Hey, hold on.
the person who made the comment about Clinton locking up black people, because everybody keeps forgetting that. I'll say this quickly, cause you can move on. Everybody keeps forgetting that Bill Clinton and of course Joe Biden, who well, I guess was a senator from Delaware, who helped put together the crime bill. Um,
Oh, racist.
those people inherit the crack epidemic from Ronald Reagan. The crack epidemic all happened on Ronald Reagan's watch. The crack coming into South Central LA, the crack coming into America, that hit all of the inner cities, that destroyed families for decades and decades, that caused all of this stuff, that started all of this before Bill Clinton was even president, all happened on the watch of a Republican president by the name of Ronald Reagan. And do some research on Iran Cocker and all that stuff, and I forgot the other guy's name. I'll mention it before the show's up. And do some research on all of that, and Ali North and that whole thing, and the crack epidemic that happened on Ronald Reagan's watch. So to be mad at Bill Clinton or the crime bill that was supported by a lot of black people back in the day, by the way, black people supported the crime bill that now everybody bitch about, but black people back in those days actually supported the crime bill because they wanted the crack epidemic cleaned up. They saw families firsthand being destroyed by it, and they wanted it off the streets. I grew up in Washington, D.C. We had a show called City Under Siege that came on every night at 11 o'clock. And all it did was show murder after murder after murder after murder, from crack, cocaine, killings with Rayful Edmond and all these people that were running these big drug rings. It was horrible living through that era. And my family was affected by it, and most black families were affected by it. So it was complicated, and the crime bill may have been wrong as we look back, but it didn't start on Bill Clinton's watch. It started on Ronald Reagan's watch.
No, you're 100% right about that, but you cannot take away Bill Clinton's hand in a lot of things also, because I would never forget when Sister Soldier said, personally, Clinton and his wife is the one that shut her down. You understand? Because she was talking positivity. She was actually doing so much for the community, and they shut her down because she was too outward. And they had a personal beef with Jesse Jackson. So all of them got a hand in everything. And yes, it did start with Ronald Reagan because he let the floodgates open. But a lot of them ain't having an issue. They having issues with drugs now because why? It's hurting their families now.
Yeah.
It's in their homes now. You understand? And yes, you 100. All of us was affected by the 90s. My brother was killed in the 90s. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, a lot of things had what affected a lot of people over the drug thing. And also, Clinton had a hand why Haiti is suffering, him and his wife. So no, most of those white people that are behind it, they had a lot to do with anything dealing with black people, the demise of black people, or making sure black people didn't get too high. They just wanted us at a level.
All right, I'm gonna put the link in the chat if anyone wants to come on. If DB Kiwi, if you want to come, you don't have to show your face. You don't have to do video. If you just want to do audio, that's fine. If you want to come over more, stress your point, you can. But DB Kiwi also said Democrats don't speak racist things. They just do racist things while saying they love black people.
I get that too.
I disagree because I like I said, I'm not saying Democrats are perfect. They
No,
have their
they're not
problems.
perfect,
But
Kev.
no, that who said they are? I just said they're not. But what I'm going to point out right now is that name me a Democratic president in our lifetime who are, matter of fact, they fought to take Confederate flags and Confederate soldiers' names off of military bases because it's insulting to black people. And guess who put them back on military bases when he got back in office this past January 2025? We know who did it, right? Okay, so you can't have it both ways. You can't have Democrats fighting for minorities, fighting to stop, racist stuff happening, like Confederate soldiers' names on bases and all this stuff, Confederate statues hanging everywhere. Democrats were fighting for that shit to come down and got it down. Is this the current president, the one that's putting it all back up?
Well,
We
they
now
got a
have
racist
Robert E. Lee's name is back on a major base now because of Donald Trump, not because any Democratic president. So I don't know how we can have it both ways, Tiffany. That's all I'm saying.
All right, here's a video that I don't even know why I have to show this video for people who were born and live in America. But even though people were born in America, it's almost like they don't know what has been going on or what is going on in America. So DB Kiwi, maybe this will help you understand our point of view.
The crime of being black in America being black has never just been an identity. It's been treated as a crime. From the moment slavery ended, the question was never how to integrate free black people into society. The question was how to control them without chains. And the answer came swiftly through the law. They called it black codes. Black codes were laws passed immediately after slavery that criminalized black life. Not violence, not theft, black life. They were designed to make freedom illegal and to push black people into forced labors through the prison system. Under black codes, black people were arrested for the smallest, pettiest acts. Vagrancy, meaning you did not have proof of employment. Loitering, meaning you were standing in public. Idle behavior. Traveling without written permission. Gathering in groups. Quitting jobs. Speaking too loudly. Existing outside of white supervision. These were not crimes of harm. These were crimes of independence. Once you were arrested, black people were fined. If they couldn't pay it, which most could not, they were sentenced to forced labor through convict leasing. Black men, women, and children were leased to railroads, mines, farms, and factories. The states profited. Corporations profited. Black bodies paid the price. This system was more brutal than slavery. Under slavery, enslaved people were considered property. Under black codes, black people were disposable. If somebody died, the state simply arrested another body the next day. And this is how mass incarceration was born. This system shattered the black family. Men were arrested in massive numbers and removed from their homes for petty offenses. Women were left to raise children alone without economic support. Children grew up without fathers, stolen by the state. Generational instability was not accidental. It was designed. This is where the roots of single motherhood began. This is where generational poverty begins. This is where the state's dependency begins. And when people compare black Americans to other minority groups and ask why they didn't thrive the same way, that comparison ignores reality. Other groups did not inherit a legacy of criminalization. They were not targeted by laws that had made survival illegal. Their families were not systematically dismantled by incarceration. Their communities were not over-policed, over-sentenced, and under-resourced for generations. You cannot compare people who were enslaved, criminalized, terrorized, and economically stripped for centuries to groups who entered the system without that history. That comparison is not analysis, it's erasure. Black holes were not a footnote in history. They were the blueprint. And until America admits that the crime was never black behavior, but black existence, the outcomes will never change. Now drop a black fist in the comments and share this with someone who needs to hear this Black History gem.
All right.
I'm reading an article right now. I just pulled this article up. It says, emboldened white supremacist hate groups are on the rise since Trump took office. So for all the black Trump supporters out there, and I suspect this guy that we're talking to is a black person who supports Trump or he hates Democrats. All these white supremacist groups are on the rise and emboldened under this current administration. Not under Biden, not under Clinton, not under Jimmy Carter, not even under Ronald Reagan, not under Gerald Ford,
Because they didn't have to. They
They're,
were in their suits already.
they're all emboldened. Somebody get a Webster dictionary if you don't know what emboldened means. Under white supremacist hate groups are on the rise as under this administration.
We know that.
Also, let me add, 300,000 black women have lost their jobs since Trump's taken office. 300,000 black women have lost their jobs since Trump's taken office. Those jobs have been replaced with you know who. So I don't even want to hear this bullshit anymore about the Democrats and what they're doing to black people, because we already see what's happening right now under this administration to Black America.
Listen,
and
we have more hate.
And to the Latino. I know, Tiffany, you got a beef with the Democrats. Okay, I get it.
I don't have a beef with the Democrats.
You obviously do. Because there's no argument.
I'm not over there rooting for them because we still going through something. We still have to
We
pay
ain't
our
going through
rent.
nothing. We ain't going through nothing. Life is hard. Bills are bad. Prices are high. America's is a rough. I just saw an article today because I read a lot. I saw an article today says a person making $80,000 a year is most likely still struggling to pay their bills because the economy is that effed up in this country right now. And that has a lot to do with not just this guy that's in office now, but the last president maybe, and the president before that too. I don't know. But if you make $80,000 a year and you still living paycheck to paycheck, that's a reality in America right now.
Or because you're not balancing your money right.
No, it ain't nothing about balancing your money. It's just things are expensive. Things are expensive. The price of cars are up. The price of insurance is up. The price of taxes is up. The price of homes are up. The grocery stores is still high. I bought like 4 or 5 things at the grocery store yesterday. It was like $37. I had to look in the bag. Like, oh, I got 4 things. I had to look at $37. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I swear to God, I looked in the bag. I saw the price.
Oh, we all are going through it. We all are going through it.
You know, so, people are tripping right there. Everything's up, So if you're making $8,000 a year, you're not living like you did maybe 20 years ago. Things are just different. All I'm saying, and I don't mean to be angry or anything, because look, I've said on the show 1,000 times, we're doing the show for years. Democrats are not perfect, but don't sit here and tell me that they're like the Republicans, because they're not.
Nobody said they're not like the Republicans, but they're all cousins of the
person watching the show is saying the Democrats are bad, and he said.
We had more hate crimes when President Obama came in, okay? If you want to look at those statistics, and he was a black man, half of a black man as running as Democrat, and we had more racial tension than I ever saw. Now, Trump, he just makes it okay to be white and out loud. He gave them the okay to be horrible white people.
Tiffany, Trump wouldn't even be president if Obama was never president.
Oh no,
Trump
we understand
is only
that,
president
yes.
because there was a President Obama. He is a manifestation of President Obama. He is here because of white backlash from a certain group of America that didn't like to see a black family living at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That's a large minority of this country was against that. And they came out the woodwork. And that's why, after all the stuff this guy has done, knocking down the White House and knocking down the East Wing or West Wing or whatever, and all the crap he's done, calling women piggy on national television and cursing and all the disrespectful things he's done, putting his name on the Kennedy Center, he is still the president of the United States because a large majority of people is okay with that. Because I don't know any other president, black or white, that could do what this guy is doing and still be president.
You're right about
DB,
that.
one DB Kiwi, if you can elaborate, it says
America's government is
American
corrupt.
corrupt in general. Republican and Democrat parties are both trash. The Democrats have done worse by us. So obviously, it sounds like Kiwi, your brother, but he just feels that the Democrat Party. If I don't want to put words in your mouth, brother, but if you're saying the Democrats do worse than the Republicans, but they just do it with a smile, basically is what he's saying. That Democrats would promise black people this, they promise that, but they do nothing. And
I have saw that many times. I have been in a situation like that. I think the whole thing is rigged. I think, they just do what they have to do to get those votes, and a lot of people fall by the wayside. Again, both parties is not perfect at all. Okay, some have good points, some have horrible points. We just living to survive. Again, they both need to be upgraded.
So basically, he's saying Democrats do the same thing. They just do it with a smile and a glass of wine.
You said a smile and a glass of wine. You know what?
That's funny. That's funny. Hey, if he's right, he's right, but I disagree. So respectfully disagree.
But if we look at the history of the political landscape in America, is he correct? I mean, does he have a point? Kevin, you've been around longer than I have.
Well, let's go back to the 60s. There was the Democrat, or before that, it was the Democrats that were the father of the KKK or the inventor of the KKK, who were very racist and were the ones that were beating Dr. King and hosing Dr. King and all that sort of stuff. Those were Democrats, But what happened was, now it's too long to get into and it's too complicated to get into. People got to do their own research. The Dixiecrats, just Google Dixiecrats. The racist Southerners, Strong Thurmond, Google Strong Thurmond, and Google Dixiecrats, guys. And you'll learn stuff if you just Google and read for yourself. I don't have time to sit here and educate everybody. That's not my job. But what happened was the Democrats, the racist Democrats were upset about the Civil Rights Act. They were upset that Dr. King and JFK were having this buddy relationship, and JFK and Bobby were, working with the black politicians,
trying to make change,
trying to make this country somewhat respectable. They were upset about that. So, long story short, they all switched to. That's why they call them Dixiecrats. They all switched to the Republican Party. That's why they helped push Nixon through. They switched to the Democratic Party to help push Nixon into the presidency. And then Bush Sr. came in, and they used what they call the Southern strategy. The same thing Trump did. Trump just did it. When Trump came down the escalators, when he first ran for president, he says the Mexicans are all criminals and rapists and all that sort of stuff. When he made that speech, that bold speech when he came down the escalators calling Mexicans rapists and murderers, and all these white people going, yeah, that's our guy. They did the same thing back in the early 70s with the Southern. It's called the Southern strategy. They used the Willie Lynch technique, as they call it. And you just Google Willie Lynch and all that sort of stuff. It all pop up. The whole thing will pop up. It's too complicated to just get into in this show.
No, it's
but I know what the hell I'm talking about, okay? Because I know I learn from people. I learn from people a lot smarter than me. So than to taught me this. All right. So yeah. So they use a Southern strategy. George Bush Sr. and all of them used the Southern strategy. Get all these fear. Back then, it was black people are going to come into your schools and rob you and kill you. Vote for us, and we'll take care of it. And that's why Nixon and George Bush Sr. won the presidency, because they used that racist Southern strategy to get to fear white people into voting for them. Trump did the same thing when he came down the escalator. He just all of a sudden used a fear tactic, the same one that was used by Bush Sr. and the same one used by Nixon, the same Southern strategy, racist Southern strategy, Willie Lynch technique bullshit to scare white people to voting for him. Oh, the Mexicans are going to come kill you. The Mexicans this, the Mexicans that. And they all ran and voted for this guy and put him in the White House. So, but that, and then real quickly, all those racist Democrats that turned Republican back in the 70s, now they had children and they raised those children, and those descendants are politicians today that are Republicans, and they kept their mouths shut, until Obama became president, and then they got bold. That's why we had the Tea Party, who came out of nowhere with all this racist shit against Obama, the Tea Party. Remember them? Walking through the streets with giant
Sarah Palin and all
Sarah
of them.
Palin. Exactly. They were so desperate to get Obama out the White House that they were ready to put Sarah Palin one heartbeat from the presidency, knowing damn well she wasn't ready to be president. But that's how desperate they were to get rid of Obama.
Her all home, and they want to.
So they figured, what happened if John McCain won? Then she's the vice president. John McCain kicks the bucket, then she becomes president. They don't want that woman to be president. They just
don't want no white woman.
They just want they don't. They don't want no woman. Period. No matter what color she is to be president. What they wanted was that black man out the White House, and they thought that Sarah Palin would get the white women vote, enough white women vote to push John McCain over the hump to get Obama out the White House. That's how desperate they were to get rid of this black man for being president. Now, the Democrat, the racist party that my man Kiwi says racist, they nominated a black man to be president, nominated a black woman or a woman of color to become vice president, and she was one step away from being president. You will never see in your lifetime the Republican Party nominate a woman to be the head of their party. There'll never be a woman vice president of any color as a Republican, and there'll never be a woman vice president, a woman president under a Republican. If we have a woman president ever, it would be because of Democrats. Trump is taking away all the rights from women. Him and his racist judges that he put, conservative racist judges, are taking all these rights away from women. Roe versus Wade and all this stuff that Democrats, by the way, fought for years for rights for women is because of Democrats. Rights for the LGBT community is because of Democrats. All the rights for Carl Yard to be here is because of Democrats. All rights for all of most of the people that come here from other countries are here because Democrats.
It's all about the dollar.
You don't think these conservative ass white men, rich white men, conservative ass rich white men are passing laws to make sure that Carl Yard and people like Carl from all these Caribbean countries and other places in Africa can come to this country and go to school and be prosperous? You don't think that, do you? It's because the blood and the sacrifice of Democrats, people like John Lewis, who had his head crushed on the Edmund Bridge so people can vote.
It's a difference between our white Democrats and our black Democrats, and most of our black Democrats, some of them is a little bit different too. But we're not. I'm
just telling you the true story right now, sister. That's all I'm telling you. I'm just pointing out real facts. To say the Democrats are all fault, I'll be lying.
No, we're not saying.
I have things that Obama did I didn't like. Things Clinton did I didn't like. Things Bush did. Biden did I probably didn't like. But none of those guys, in my eyes, and I won't speak on Clinton. I'm just saying Biden, since he didn't have malice in his heart. Even if he wasn't perfect, he didn't have malice in his heart to hurt people. Biden didn't wake up. Biden didn't wake up every morning and go, "Who the fuck can I hurt today?"
Listen,
Trump does. Trump wakes up every morning and his whole agenda is, who can I hurt? And who can I get revenge on? And what can I do for me and my rich buddies?
And his family. Don't forget his family.
Well, they all rich. They're all super rich because he's the president. Because insider trading and all the other crap that goes on. The president is not even supposed to have businesses when he's the president. This guy is selling watches, selling all sorts of crap out the White House. You know, he's been in business nonstop. You know, he's not even supposed to. First of all, don't get me started, man.
Yeah,
I think
please don't.
January 6th, he shouldn't even be eligible to be president. But our forefathers
Okay.
didn't even think that something this dumb would fucking happen. So they didn't even write this in the Constitution because they didn't think in
That they was gonna
2024, in
survive that long,
2023,
right.
in 2016 would be this fucking stupid.
Yeah. Or they lived this
So
long.
they didn't put it in the Constitution because they figured we wouldn't be this stupid. Because even though those guys were racist, our forefathers I'm talking about, even though they were slave owners, they were incredible businessmen. And most of those guys were very smart. I got to give it to that. George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, all these guys were smart men and amazing businessmen. You know, they were slave owners and they're some racist fucks, but they were great businessmen and they were very smart people. And they didn't put a lot of stuff in the Constitution because they figured what they put in the Constitution would last forever. And it almost did until Obama became president, and that wasn't in the playbook. We weren't supposed to have a black president. And that changed the whole game. That wasn't never supposed to happen.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna switch gears a bit. So you know, I don't know if something happens to black celebrities when they get a certain amount of money. I personally think when you get into a certain tax bracket, you don't really give a shit. I mean, you're black until you have a certain amount of money in your bank account. Now your whole focus seems to be on how can I keep my money? How can I make more money? So
right.
If
and not be broke again.
Right, exactly. So, you know, but Muhammad Ali didn't go that route, right? DL Hughley, he's hardcore black, regardless. Comedian Godfrey. Who else is out there that they have money and they still
the cat that's not from this country, Trevor Noah, not from this country, but he goes hard. You know, he's been going hard for a while. You know, I mean, yeah, we've had black celebrities that have gone hard, even in the
Yeah,
60s.
because they got a wake-up call. They got a nigga wake-up call. That's why they woke up.
Even in the 60s, you know, I mean, from the Hella Belafontes and all those guys. And Sammy Davis. We talk about Sammy today because I think his ex passed away. The actress passed away. What's her name? Bourdain. Is that her name?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, she died today. That was Sammy's girl. And, you know, Sammy, he went hard for JFK to become president. And then you know, he got on the black votes and went hard to help JFK become president. Also, you know, campaigned for him and everything in the black community. Then he got his wake up call because he had a white wife. He couldn't take her to the White House. Kennedy wouldn't let him come to the White House with his white girlfriend, which I think was the lady who passed away today. Yeah, he was dating her, and they were going to the White House, and I think Kennedy's like, "Nah, you can't come in with your white girl." It you know, back in those days, you know, it just wasn't appropriate. So he got his wake up call, right?
Appropriate at all.
It wasn't appropriate. So Kennedy, as much as he was for the black people, he didn't allow
He
that.
still had his racist moments.
He had his moment, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of white girls and black men and white girls, Tiffany, this video is for you. It's got to be quick, but this is for you. I just want you to be happy, Tiffany. So this
Black queens forever, no snow bunnies or snow white men.
But she looks happy.
I don't care how happy she look. She's happy. I'm happy. She's happy. But that's not for me. But go ahead.
All right.
Got a white boy on my roster. He be feeding me pasta and lobster. He just hit me up on Tuesday like, "What's doing, babe? Let me take you shopping." I told him, "Well, I'm a little busy." He said, "Damn, I'm in your city." But anyway, it's okay. Hope you have a good day. I'ma see you by day 50. Then I told him, "You treat me so well." He said, "Cash out Pazelle." Matter of fact, scratch that. I'ma see you a stat just cause you fine as hell. And I told him, "Well, thank you, baby. Anything for my favorite lady." Well, I gotta go. They just let me know that I could pick up my Mercedes.
First of all, that's just a song. And she ain't picking up no Mercedes. And I would not be surprised if she's a tether, aka not from this country. And why is she sleeping with a priest? Ill.
Yeah. But I mean, whenever a black woman gets with a white man, the narrative always seems to be they got good credit, they can provide. You know what I mean? Our oh man, I'm sure Kevin's got good credit. I'm sure Kevin can provide. You know, I have great credit. I can provide, but the narrative is black men don't have shit. We can't provide for black women. You know, and she's talking about getting her Mercedes. She's talking about him selling her money. That always seems to be the narrative when it comes to, you know what I mean, when it comes to black men, that we in shit, we don't have
Listen,
shit.
are you trying to promote interracial relationships? Are you sleeping with a white woman?
No, I would just, you
Oh.
know, I know I like to poke you. I like to see smoke coming out your ears.
Because this is not gonna work.
Um
She
oh,
looks happy, but listen, to each his own. You can't tell nobody who to love, what to love, to each his own. But again, I always stress to y'all, that's not my cup of tea. I'm not into white men, and I don't think that white man is gonna make me happier if I'm with him, because I don't want to feel like I'm sleeping with the slave master killer. Thank you.
all right, now you know how a lot of black people are going hard for the Palestinians in the Gaza.
I don't
There
think
is
that we're going hard. We are against genocide,
right.
just to see children being hurt or being starving, and you seeing mothers crying and fathers crying. That's hurtful. I don't want to see that anywhere, even in Sudan. They're going through something out there. All around this world is genocide going on, just for a dollar, just for some land, just for some oil, just for their it's just very sad. It's not like we going hard, because we got enough shit we have to worry about here, okay? And I thank God every day that we can be able to wake up and we don't have to go into a bomb shelter, or we don't have electricity or toilet bowls. We have so much to be thankful for, but we are not for genocide. I just hate that so many people are dying, that's
Well,
it.
there's a this sister show. There's a black society in the Gaza, and apparently,
It is.
yeah, and apparently the Palestinians are not so great to that black society. But here's this sister telling you about the black community in Palestine.
Candy Soin doesn't know, in the Arab world, majority of cities, black people cannot live in a normal cities. They have to live in a segregated city called a beat town, which is interpreted to slave town. They have multiple candies they call slave candy, and you see like a face of a black man, and they eat it and they call it slave candy. They don't know the level of racism.
So there is a neighborhood in Gaza, on the Gaza Strip, where 11,000 Afro-Palestinians live. It is called Al Abib. You know what that means? Slave. Yes, that is where black people live, and that is what the Arabics call that neighborhood. Slaves. The land of the slaves. I'm going to drop the articles so you can hear from Afro-Palestinians how they're treated in Palestine. While the Arabs and Muslims are being oppressed, they still had time to oppress black people there in Gaza.
We can't get a break, can we, Tim?
Listen, when you continue to oppress black people and disrespect women, periodly, you're not gonna have no peace nowhere. I'm just putting that out there. You're not gonna have no peace out there or nowhere. We bring forth life, especially us women, and then black people are the mothers and fathers of civilization. And then you would sit back and listen to the Somalis, and they would say, "We're Arab. We're Arab."
Yeah, I saw those videos where they were saying we're not black, we're Somali
Or they're Arab.
or
They
Arab.
think they Arab. And my thing is, Arab was one of the ones that started with the slave trade. How can you be, and it's, and I don't heard that many times before where people say we are supporting or rooting for them. and not know that they will not help us. They're racist towards us. I don't care. Like I said, I'm not out there with a sign or anything. I just have empathy and sympathy for others that are suffering. And it's in God's hands. That's all I can say. It's all in God's hands. There's nothing that we can do.
Yeah. All right. So I want to, like I told Tiff, I want to talk about the mental issues that, you know, we as Black people deal with. And there is a reason for it. I'm going to show a couple of videos of people talking about mental issues, and then I'll show why I think Black people have more reason to be mentally affected in today's society.
Does anybody else family believe that mental illness or mental disorders is not a real thing? Like growing up, one of my cousins used to always say that she heard voices. And she would always tell my family members, and they'll always be like, oh, you just talking to yourself, or maybe you need to pray it away. Like she literally had to wait 21 years just to go to the doctor by herself. And come to find out she has schizophrenia. And even after the diagnosis, they still refuse to believe that it's real. They don't believe in schizophrenia. They think it's all in her head. They say it's her imaginary friends, like she's doing it to herself. I even have a baby cousin that has severe autism. My family refuses to believe that this child is autistic. They don't think autism is real. Don't get me started on depression. You better not even bring up depression, because that is non-existent. That is you having a bad day.
This video is a tough one to make because it confirms what a lot of us as professionals have known for a while now. And that's that in the African-American community, we have an issue. We don't talk about mental health awareness until something devastating happens, you know, and I think we have to normalize it and allow people of color to be able to express their feelings and let them know that it's okay to not be okay and for them to get the help that they need. So rest in peace to Chelsea, and the conversation needs to start now.
Depression doesn't have a look.
Dr. Martin here. I could not agree more. In 2019, the suicide rate for Black individuals increased by 30%. Now, suicide prevention isn't just about therapy. It's about living wages and affordable housing and food security too, but something is being missed in the mental health realm. Depression doesn't have a look, and symptom and presentation is incredibly different across genders and populations that have been historically excluded, like Black people. As a result, there are so many missed opportunities for care. You also have to consider cultural display rules. Like, those are the cultural norms that are learned early on in life regarding emotional expression. And Black people have been taught time and time again through family, through history, through media, etc., that expressing emotions can be negatively life altering, that this world is not a safe space for our expression at times. So you can't just ask about internalizing behaviors like sadness or anxiety. You have to ask about physical symptoms like sleep difficulty and fatigue, changes in routine, like no longer having interest in certain things and not finding pleasure in things. You have to look at libido changes. You have to look at different forms of escapism, like substance use or never being home or over excessive video game use. I in no way believe depression is less in men versus women. I think that it is more easily missed in men instead of women because we are not asking the right questions. So as mental health providers, as friends, as family, as an individual, look at these different things in yourself, right? Because depression doesn't have a look. It doesn't. But there are other things that we can look at to see if we can catch it better so that we can help.
All right, so this first video, this Black woman shows up to rent and just a simple thing, an Airbnb, and she has to deal with this bullshit.
But unfortunately, this house has been leased. I don't know what else to say.
So this is kind of weird to me that she would tell me to come at 1, just for me to find out when I get here that it's already.
Well, no, I'm saying that there's other properties that might be available if you go online and apply and then you review.
But why would I have to apply before I view it?
Well, not apply, but you know, there's different prior to just showing up on a property.
Yeah,
and honestly, this is a pretty large house. It's a 5-bed. How many people do you have? Do you need? Do you?
Well, I have 7 kids, so.
Okay, 7 kids. So it's you and 7 kids. No father.
Excuse me?
No, I'm asking because you said 7 children plus yourself, so there's 8 people that are going to be living here.
Okay,
9.
what is no? First of all, what is no?
9 people that are going to live here.
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna go. First of all, I do have a husband. I do. Okay, that's not what you asked. You said, "Do I have my kids have a father?" Why would that even be important?
Because I have to know everyone who's over the age of 18.
But I'm not applying yet. I'm coming to view the house. Like, you know what? It's okay.
But you just
it's
said
right.
you were going to.
It's all right. I know legally in the state of Florida, you can't even ask me about how many kids.
No, I didn't ask you that. I did not ask you about that. I made it very clear that I was asking about how many bedrooms.
I'm gonna make sure
and you said it was
that
7
this video
people, and I
makes
asked
it
if
to
there was
the.
another adult in the
I'm
house.
gonna make sure that
Again,
this
I asked
video
if there's another adult.
makes it to the appropriate department
Again,
because you probably don't even have your license. You probably don't have a license.
No, I won't because I
you
asked
probably
the
won't even.
proper questions
You
that
probably
are on the application.
you
That's
probably won't even
required.
have a license for long.
It's required. I will have my license.
Won't even have a license
You know
for
what?
long.
Yeah, I mean, he asked her if they have a father. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
And she was married. That don't have nothing to do with the mental health. So I want to sit with the mental health. Because my family, I have family members that has suffered from mental health. A lot of us normalize it. We would see and know that our family is going through it, and again, like you said, we pray it off, or there is nothing, it's small. But then you would start noticing behavioral disorders, or they can't sit down, or they always up, or they start not eating properly, they start losing weight, or it's just so many different things. And yes, men go through it. They go through it in silence because they're not taught how to express how they feel. A lot of people don't want to go and talk to nobody. It's people out there that we can be able to talk to. They have psychiatrists, they have life coaches, and I always recommend that Black people go to somebody that is Black. White people go to somebody that's white. Indian people go to somebody, because you would know that those is people that will understand your walk of life and what you go through. Depression can start from childhood trauma. Depression can start from losing a family member. Depression can start with money situations, or can't able to find a job, or again, like they said, a lot of people started having more mental issues after the pandemic because it messed up their routine. They were so used to going a certain way, and now that changed. We found out that people were being abused in their home, or they're in abusive relationships, and their jobs is what kept them out and away from their part. Like, so depression comes in all forms. It's the thing of, we have to talk about it. We have to communicate about it. Even postpartum, a lot of people, even men, when they don't understand that postpartum is real. Women do snap after having a baby, and they don't look at those things. And doctors that are dealing with baby doctors, they do not deal with that. They don't deal with post traumatic syndrome. They don't deal with what happens after a woman have a baby. Men don't understand. So no, we have to talk more. And if you have issues out there, it is outlets out there to be able to talk and stuff. So I get it. I'm a survivor of it. I saw my mother break down after her only son was killed. I saw her cry every day. I saw her not want to do anything, or anything, like her whole life crashed. And I didn't understand what it was until a doctor said it to me and said, do you know that she's going through this? And all these years we was going to all these doctors, nobody said anything. But this one doctor finally said something, and we was able to get help. So again, please make sure, if you have a primary doctor, and if you feel like you're depressed or you're going through something, don't be ashamed to say it. Don't be ashamed to say, I need somebody to talk to, or I'm going through something, or childhood trauma, or anything like that, because it will wear you out, that you're not going to be able to work. And you wonder why a lot of people are on drugs, alcohol, crack, coke. They are trying to escape certain things, and that actually becomes a mental illness too. So definitely we have to have mental health awareness. Now, the young lady with the house, first of all, he shouldn't have never even asked her any of those questions. She was just coming to view the house to see what she liked. She was married. You saw the ring on her finger. So he was trying to be stupid. He was trying to be stupid because she said she had 7 kids. He was being a smartass. So that right there was a red flag of, I don't want to get nothing from him. He's going to be a horrible landlord. Okay. So those are the things us as Black people have to look at as red flags. Once we see red flags in anything we do, life, love, friendship, businesses, run from it. Okay. Because most of the time, if we overlook it, we wind up having problems.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like when you're going through, I mean, if you having a bad day and then this is one more thing on top of all the other stuff you're dealing with, you know. And here's another video of a black lady who's just going about her day and it's interrupted by this white security guard and she just crashed out.
Why are you even doing this? Why am I standing here? Everybody else walking past, you're not checking shit from them, though.
Hey,
That's how it's
supposed to be. Hey, what?
Put the phone down.
No,
Put the phone down.
Yeah,
I've been watching
this.
I've been watching this the whole time.
Stop.
I've been watching this the whole time.
Ma'am, you know for a fact
No,
what I'm
you
doing.
have no.
This is my job.
Your job is to check everybody. Why is it only me being checked?
And your hostility is making me assume that you have something in
You
there.
started being hostile.
Let me see what's in the bag.
I wasn't doing anything.
Ma'am, get that phone out of my face.
I'm having it. That's you're Steven.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm having it.
Yeah,
I've got this
your
on
people
camera
saying
for
what
you.
you doing to me.
Ma'am.
This is not okay. Why am I the only one standing here and everybody else that walked out? What kind of shit is this? Why am I going through this? Why am I going
Get out of
through
my
this?
store, man.
And you didn't want to check him,
I
but you
will
want
call
to
the
check her?
police.
Don't pick my
I will call the police.
Pick my stuff
No. You are in the wrong.
Okay.
Turn off
You
the
are
camera.
in
I'm
the
calling-
wrong.
You be
No,
doing it.
I'm
calling
gonna
the
stand up
police.
for her.
I'm good. I'm good. You can have that. I don't even want to be in a store like this. What kind of shit is this? Everybody else that's fucked up.
He has no idea what he's doing to that woman. No idea. I know, you know, Kevin know. Some people watching the show know. You know what I mean? He's just totally oblivious.
They don't think they don't have empathy or sympathy
No.
for us.
I mean, you can feel it when you can feel it. You can feel it in your chest. You know what I mean? You can feel the hurt, the disappointment, you know what I mean? Like you can feel it. You can feel all the years of, you know, bullshit she's been putting up with. And now here it is. She's just shopping. She's just bought her stuff. She's going to leave. And here it is again. I can't shop and leave a store. All the other white people just going in and out, nothing. But he wants to see what's in her bag.
Yeah, that's the straw that broke the camel back. You want to hear something? Everybody that I have spoke to that has dealt with mental issues, that was a kind of day that they go through. Every time you turn around, it was something new. It was something else. And you trying your best. You understand? If you don't have some type of balance or guard in your life or a good support system, you will pop. You will snap. You understand? So I feel very bad for people that have to go through this.
But he felt nothing for her. He felt nothing. You know, I remember many years ago I was at a bank, and back then they had the lights, you know, that would go off when you're in the bank. The light would go off to let you know that this teller is free. Remember, go toong, and let you know this teller is open. So the light went off, and there was this girl standing in front of me, and she didn't move. She was just standing there. So I waited a few more seconds, and she still didn't move. So then I tapped her on the shoulder to say, "Hey, you're next," just to let her know, you know, the light's on. You can go now. You can. And she turned around and she said to me, "Look, I don't want to be bothered today. I'm sick of this. You know, I mean, just leave me alone. I just want to go." And she just went off. You know, she was dressed nice, but I wasn't really paying attention to her because I wanted to get in and out just like everybody else. But she went off on, you know, and immediately I recognized what was going on. Immediately. I knew she was dressed. She had on a little mini skirt suit kind of thing and the high heels and all that, but I wasn't interested, you know. But I know that before me, there were probably a bunch of guys that were either catcalling, whistle, you know, just hollering, doing all kinds of stuff. So I was the one that got it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I recognized and I had some empathy for her. But that guy, and we've seen this, you know, had zero. He did not see this woman is having some kind of crisis. I wish she was. He's talking about getting the police, and you can see the look on his face. He had zero empathy. It's almost like those pictures you see of white people standing under a tree where there's someone being lynched, and the white people are just standing there
It's
having.
nothing to them, right?
It's just, you know what I mean? It's the same thing, you know? Like I remember when my uncle died back in the 90s. My uncle died. I got a call while I was driving. My mom told me your uncle passed away, so I started crying and I was driving. My car was swerving, and some police saw my car swerving, thought I was drunk or whatever. Anyway, he pulled me over. I'm crying, bawling my eyes out. And he just pulled me over and go, what's going on here? Told me get out the car, put me in handcuffs, called another cop. Cop car showed up. They searched my car and all this time I'm crying. And not one of those police officers said,
Just acts like, what's wrong?
okay, nothing. So I'm saying this because this is why Black people really need to pay close attention to mental issues, because sometimes you just want to go through a day as a normal person, but you can't because, you run into stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ruins your day.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And you can see it too, like, because I recognize it now, because in having family members and, going through it personally, I can see it. I can recognize it from a mile away. Like, I can know that somebody's going through it, or they're having an episode, or they're having a crisis. I can feel it. I can see it. And it's sad because it's young people, it's middle-aged people. They even have geriatric depression. Where, you got seniors that go through depression where their families is not there for them, or they're by themselves. It's just really deep. So yes, we need to talk more about, openly about mental health issues. We need to talk about sexual abuse, because a lot of people are suffering through sexual abuse, and don't have an outlet or someone to talk to them about it and stuff like that.
Speaking
So
of sexual abuse, Tiffany, remember you said on this show about African men being upset because they can't sleep with young girls?
yes. That's from Somalia. Somalia. Mm-hmm.
So there was this, I think it's a brother in a mall, and he noticed this African man, this grown African man with a girl. This girl has to be about 9 or maybe 11 or 12. And he's kissing her like he probably, they didn't show it in the video, but this person noticed this grown adult man with this little girl, and he's treating her like some kind of romantic interest. And he just started recording it, and I'm thank God, you know what I mean. But here it is, because stuff like this need to be. I believe in chopping dicks off, but that's just me.
First off, you need to back the fuck up. First off, back the fuck up. You shouldn't be kissing her on her neck. You shouldn't be. I done already called the police. It wouldn't matter to me.
Harassing people. This is not fucking right.
Who the fuck you talking to, homie? I don't have to know you. Don't be rubbing all on her fucking backside. You kissing her on her face now. I tell you what.
Stop screaming in the building. Stop screaming in the building. Will you stop screaming in the building? You see how I make tone it down. We don't need all those.
I do know she don't like it. No problem. No problem. I can leave. I ain't got to really go in nowhere.
See, in other countries, they are able to do this. They are able to walk in the street with children, and I even saw one that was she had to be like 9 or 10 years old, and she was pregnant already from her husband that was like 60 years old. So they can do this in their country. So when you come to places like this and we see some weird shit like that, we're going to say something. You understand what I'm saying? Or we're going to be like, what's going on? No man is supposed to be rubbing on no little girl's ass or kissing on her fucking neck. That's nasty. That's molestation. And it's so deep that I got almost damn near 5,000 likes because I said it. No man is supposed to be touching on no 9, 10-year-old. You 60-year-old. You're supposed to be having her as no bride. And they actually did a law for them to stop it. And the Somali men lost their mind. They went crying, saying you messing with Sharia law and all of that because of that. And they switched it back. So now we got back where women, young women and children are still being in this situation. And most of these women are giving up their children, or their matter of fact, it's not the women, excuse me, because we gotta talk about patriotic countries where the men are selling their daughters for money or selling for cows and all of that stuff like that. And it's really horrible. So that's why a lot of them come here to America so they don't have to deal with it, or they still practicing it here in America, but we just don't know about it because they know to hide it. It's very nasty.
Yeah, that little girl, you could tell she's not enjoying it. She was just standing there. The girl barely has breasts, and
Mhm.
you know,
So protect the message of this whole situation. We must protect our children.
yeah,
Okay. Here in America, we have laws. We do not believe in that. Okay. We're not down with that because all of us had daughters, or we know somebody that have daughters. We don't want nobody messing around, grown ass men messing around with a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, 11-year. This is disgusting, period. You don't supposed to be find somebody your age, or age appropriate. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, they need to all be put down. And that man was screaming and hollering because he saw that a woman stood
yeah,
up and said something. And he was like, what is your problem? Mind your business. You are harassing me. No, bitch. You're harassing me by touching this little girl out in the public like this.
yeah, yeah. All right. So there's a black man going around. I think this is New York. I think this might be New York City, but he's treating white people the way they treat black people.
That's
Oh,
funny.
you talk about like he grabs his pocketbook.
Yes,
Or
yes.
That's how I do it all the time. Yeah, I know.
He's hilarious. So yeah, here's his brother doing exactly to them what they do to us.
Are you sure you live here? Oh, okay. You have ID? Do you have ID? Sir. You don't have ID?
Trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. Wait, I'm trying.
Yeah, come out here and talk to me real quick. No. Yeah, it's been a string of robberies, and the description kind of fits you.
Get out of my face.
Nah. Come step out. Yeah. Look, I don't care about this. This little mad look. I don't care about that. Get your out of here.
What do you think you're doing?
I told you what I'm doing. Yeah, you lucky.
Baby, bust down, squat that ass, and minute, no, wait. Baby, bust down, squat that ass, and hey. Baby, bust it down, squat that ass, and bend it, oh, wait. Baby, bust it down, squat that ass, and bend it, oh, wait. Baby, bust it down, squat.
Do you live here?
Yeah.
I've never seen you before.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Kara.
Kara?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know everybody that lives here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you live here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How long?
Yeah. Like 4 years.
Yeah, that's funny. I've been here, 5 or so.
5 years? Okay, yeah.
How's it coming across?
You said what? Pass out across?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sure you live here?
I'm really positive.
All right. That's crazy. It's been a string of robberies, so they've been scamming. They've been printing out those. You haven't heard the building? It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So I've been making sure everybody, like, you have to make sure everybody that comes in here, you have to be like, do you live here? Because they scamming right now. Yeah. It's some. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. All right.
Wait, I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. Wait, I'm trying.
Yeah, that guy is hilarious.
Things I've seen, man. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I saw him when he be walking, he be grabbing his bags real tight. They be looking at him. He be looking at them like, shit, I need to watch my.
Yeah, I saw one with him. He was cutting in line. He walked from the back of the line and ran all the way up to the front of the line. And yeah, that guy's pretty funny.
That's funny as hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. That's funny.
Yeah.
So call the year in review.
Okay. I printed out. So we had and Did you include the celebrities we lost, Tiff?
It's in there in between there, like it's just telling you the different,
Yeah. Yeah. So
days and stuff.
yeah, so we had in January um that man killed 15 people that in New Orleans, Tiff, that 15 people died in New Orleans.
The truck was traveling at high speed,
Yeah.
and he went into the crowd or something like that, forming armor member.
I didn't know 15 people died during that. Wow. Yeah, so in January we had the guy, he was Middle Eastern, right? Was he Middle Eastern? The guy. And he unalived 15 people um in New Orleans. He was just did he die? Did he die? I don't
Oh, I don't know. I have to look to see, but that was one of the top things that happened in the beginning
Yeah.
of January.
Okay. Do you have it with you? You want to read what
Yeah, I have it with me. The Tulsa vehicle exploded in Trump's near Trump Towers. That was something. Ray Hodges, the young man, was killed in the bodega by a trans.
All right.
The nurse was breaking the limbs of the black babies.
Right.
That was in the beginning. The wildfires was going crazy in January, the beginning of January, and almost predominantly white neighborhoods. And it actually leaked over to a black community that's been there for a very long time. Um, oh, the insurrection. He let out almost 15, well, almost half those people that was locked up. They all got freed. In January, as soon as he came in, he got rid of them. In February, you remember the Black Hawk helicopter in New York that went down?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and Trump blamed it on DEI because the helicopter plane the pilot was black. Isn't that something?
Right. Yeah. He blamed it on DEI. The pilot was hired because he was black, and black pilot suck.
We had a lot with Black History. Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar was popping during that time. The Super Bowl, the Philadelphia Eagles won during that time. Also, Kendrick did this performance. Kendrick was pumping this year, wasn't he? He was wearing them down this year. Also, we lost Angie Stone in March, Roy Ayers, Dwayne Wiggins, and Miss McGee. Rockin' chair, give me that rockin' chair. The young man Kamalo. He had that case about the white boy, about the white.
Carmelo Anthony.
Yes.
Yeah, from Texas.
Yes.
Still locked up? Is he still locked up, or is?
No, he's out. They let him out. I think he's out now. All right. June was a lot. I'm talking about birthright citizenships and stuff. July. A fifth grader plotted to kill a classmate over a relationship. Like we had a lot of mental health issues, especially with young people.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We had a lot dealing with Black Americans versus Africans. We did a lot of art.
That seems to be trending up for whatever reason. Yeah, that's that.
We did a lot of that.
Yeah.
The Essence Music Festival controversy is now owned by by Africans. That was a big thing because a lot of people said it changed since they was there.
Yeah, because that's when the Africans came out and said the originals are here.
Yes. Kevin got a watermelon put on his front porch. That happened in July, okay? Okay.
I can't believe you put that in there. Jeffrey got a watermelon.
No, what happened is every time we talk, I put in what we talked about and stuff,
Okay.
so it gave me a bullet point.
Okay.
Okay, we did an episode about protecting Black women. We also talked about this is for July, the passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner. He passed away in July. The whites only town in Arkansas was developed. Everybody found out about it. The Cincinnati Jazz Festival, when they had the fight and all of that, them black people tore their white asses up.
Yeah.
Truck driver attacked in North Carolina, media silence on that. August, we focus more on public racism and the public health crisis and mental health. We talked about that again, September 2025, Charlie Kirk was murdered. The white on white extremist violence that we were going through. The HBCUs was being threatened. Trey Reed was found hanging, and they still have not said anything about this case or anything on the 100-year anniversary of the school. The celebration of life of Asata Shakur. She made her transition at 78 years old. October 2025, a Michigan black young man was punished for disarming a classmate where he stopped him from doing a gun. He took the gun apart and stuff, and he actually got kicked out of school for helping. The SNAP benefits was halted during the month of no, wait a minute, let me go back. D'Angelo passed away. D'Angelo passed away in October. All right, so the SNAP benefits, Sonia Massey update. I think that the cops got their time. Was it enough time? I don't think so. Also, death of an NFL player, Marshawn Nealon by suicide. Prison systems and the private prison discussion. Remember, the private prisons is upset because they not having enough black people up under there. They want more inmates. Mental health again, we talked a lot about in November. P. Diddy, a lot was going on with P. Diddy during that time. December was immigration, the FBA discussions, the Somalia, what was going on. Trump wound up putting his name on JFK center, and everything was dealing with racism, politics, and black survival. Also, we didn't never get to talk about David Chappelle. Did you get to see David Chappelle, Carl?
No, I didn't get to watch that special.
Oh no, Carl! My God,
Oh,
Jesus.
shame on you, Carl.
It's
hell
hot.
you don't. You're a comedian. How the hell you don't watch Dave Chappelle special, man?
I'll get to it.
Please get to it so we can at least talk about it, because he talked about a lot of things.
Yeah, it's
And
important, Carl. I think you should
he
watch it, bro.
said, if he say he's staying with the little hats, he said that he has been compromised.
He actually said that.
Did he say that?
Yeah, Carl, you got to watch it, man. It's very, it's very good and interesting. And he said some things, man. He didn't, he said some things.
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's definitely
He
definitely.
said that.
So Tiffany, you watched it, right? So
Yes, I saw it at least 3 times. Yes, he did, Carl. He said if he ever come out and say that he's staying with the little hats, just know that he has been compromised and don't believe nothing he says.
Yeah, that just put him in Muhammad Ali territory, man.
Well, he said that to one of in one of his shows that he don't know. This could be it because he stood so strong on his beliefs, and he even, he talked about, Puffy and the Mann Act, and I completely forgot it was Puffy that saved him that night that the man tried to attack him.
Yeah, or at the Hollywood Bowl. Yeah, when he got attacked, it was Puffy that tackled the guy that had the knife. So he talked about that. He talked about the Mann Act was The Mann Act was, made up to actually convict, to go after Jack Johnson, the black heavyweight champion back
The
in the
first
early
black
1900s, who were
heavyweight.
knocking out white men and dating white women to add fuel to the fire. And so they got the Mann Act to go after him, and it hasn't been used since until the Diddy case. All these years, so it came full circle. So yeah, it's very deep. He put everything together. He gave Stevie Wonder his flowers. He told an amazing story about Stevie Wonder and John McCain, which you got to
Oh
see it to
yes. Oh yeah.
understand.
I didn't know sorry, baby. I didn't know McCain was one of the ones that did not sign
Yeah,
off for the Martin Luther King holiday.
exactly.
I
And just
did
to
not
show,
know. They said he was the only one
yeah,
that was there. He was the one lonely person that would not give Martin Luther King his holiday. But when before he died, he made sure that Jack Johnson was what they call it, Kev?
Was pardoned.
well,
Yes,
yeah,
yes. Post Morpheus. You know what I'm talking about.
Uh,
yeah. He gave
Yeah.
him a pardon, and then Stevie Wonder, who worked so hard on the King holiday to make that happen, actually asked Dave Chappelle, because he couldn't do it, asked Dave Chappelle to go to John McCain's funeral in his
In his
honor
behalf.
to show some respect to John McCain. It come full circle, considering that Stevie Wonder worked so hard on the King having a holiday, and John McCain was the one guy against it, and Stevie still sent Chappelle to go to the man's funeral. That just
One
goes to
of the
show.
richest
It goes to show who
comedians.
we are as a people, man. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
It goes to show who
I
we
think
are as
that
a
was
people.
such a message. I thought that was such a message and a gag at that. That's for the gay people. Gag. It made you gag. But yeah, he made him go all the way there. And he said no, he wanted to go to Aretha Franklin because he said he worked for Aretha Franklin. He said she was a mean boss, but she gave him his first start. And he said he wanted to go there. He said told him, Stevie Wonder told him to please go to John McCain funeral and stand for both of us. And he said, I'm rich, bitch, to his funeral to give him a shout out. Like, yeah, one of the richest comedians in the world. You understand? One of the richest comedians in the world. So I thought it was a good gag. So
yeah.
yes,
But
y'all must check it out. Y'all must check out David Chappelle. He's not a comedian that make you fall out on the floor and but he will make you think and laugh at the same
let
time.
me ask you guys think, like, even though John McCain did all this, and like Kevin said, that's who we are as black people, you think it's because we know what it's like to be discriminated against, and we know how much it hurts, and how
Yes.
that's why we don't want to do it to other people. So other people who haven't been through what we've been through, they don't know what it feels like. To me, to be dealing with this kind of stuff. So that's why certain groups can not have empathy, because they don't know what it's like to
They
be.
don't know what it's like, and we do. That's why we are the most welcoming culture ever.
Yeah,
Black people just welcome anybody. You understand what I'm saying? Because we understand the game. You understand? And if you look like us, we want to make sure you're okay too. You understand? Or we want to try to at least help. But again, everybody is raised differently. And one thing I can say, this social media this year for me taught me a lot about people from other countries that I was not raised to. I was not privy to. My mother never raised me to hate or dislike anybody from Africa, Barbados, Jamaica, anywhere. She was not like that. She said they are black just like us. So for our own people to come here from other countries to downplay us or make us feel like we should, or even call us a slave, that really hurts. And all of them right now are getting their karma. All of them are getting their wake up call, especially if they voted for the Trump and now they're about to get their ass deported. So again, we should not be against each other. We should be standing with each other.
who started pop the balloon? Who started that pop the balloon thing? That was a black person, right?
I don't know, but I know it's funny as hell. Some of them are very funny.
It was I think it was a black girl, right, Kev? Because I think she sold it to Netflix, and I think it's a black.
I think it was. Yes, I believe so. I'm almost positive. Yeah.
The reason I'm asking because now there's a white Pop the Balloon, and there's a white version of Pop the Balloon.
Oh, well, they know how to steal. You know that. They good at stealing. We'll do something. And I heard it's not doing good on Netflix like that.
No, yeah, I heard it's not doing well on Netflix. But here's the white version of Pop the Balloon.
Oh my God. Welcome to blind speed dating. Can you step forward? Yeah. All right, perfect. Ladies, let's look at those shoes. What do you guys think? The Blazers. What are y'all thinking? No. Oh, no, we are. All right, why did you pop?
I don't know. They're just like, they're a little bit dirty, and I just like...
All right, well, you can get out of here then. All right, let's move it up. Let's see the pants. All right, we got the brown vintage pants. What are you guys thinking? No. Oh, okay. Why did you pop?
They're ugly as fuck.
Okay, maybe you are too. All right, why did you pop?
That's enough of that.
He said, "Maybe you are too."
That's from people who don't have culture, right? Yeah. How you steal from people who don't have culture, right?
Yeah, her name is Arlette Amuli. I don't know where she's from.
Hello?
You heard me? You hear me? Testing 1 2.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
No, I can't. Hello?
Hello?
Did I mute myself? Myself?
I don't know. Can you hear me now? Testing 1 2.
I can't hear anything. Can you hear me, Kev?
I hear you.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna keep talking then because I can't.
I hear you.
Okay, I see what's wrong. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we hear you.
All right, that was my fault. Yeah.
Oh, that is run by African girl.
African girl.
She sold it. Well, listen, I wouldn't have sold it, but yeah, she's an African girl, Congolese, and from the Republic of Congo.
All right, so I want to do, Kevin. I cringe when I talk about relationships.
Yeah.
Why, Carl?
The reason is I know Patricia watches, and I don't want to get Kevin in trouble.
Can't get me in trouble. I get myself in trouble.
Yeah.
So anyway, there was a Pop the Balloon episode, and this guy was talking to this girl, and he asked her if she has any male friends, and she said yes, she has some kind of business, and she interact. And he said women should not have male friends.
No, they shouldn't. I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
You agree?
Yeah, of course.
We feel the same way. Y'all men should not have no female friends.
Wow.
You know how many people are married now?
Yeah.
That married people they've known when they were married, like they married their best friend. Who's the famous person that just married somebody famous? I think last year, just married his girl. What's the singer? The singer, I can't think of his name right now. He married his girl, some girl that he's known for a long time.
Blair Underwood.
Was it? Yeah, Blair Underwood. There you go. That's perfect example. Perfect example. He gonna marry somebody that he was friends with the whole time he was married to his wife.
I should too. He been knowing his wife. I think she was his stylist, and he wanted to marry her.
Yeah,
see, a lot of them do that.
Yeah, no male friends. No male friends. No male friends. No male friends. I don't care who they are. No male friends. I don't trust them. Like my man, like the OJs say.
Yeah.
They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Backstabbers. Backstabbers.
I'm pretty sure that you and Patricia are gonna have a little discussion.
Ain't no discussion. No male friends.
Okay.
In the story.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Do you believe in guy friends?
I do have guy friends, yes.
Go ahead, pop my balloon.
Why?
Ain't no such thing as a guy friend. Ain't no such thing. If you have a guy friend, it's only because you haven't gave him access, and you really got men on the back burner. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to game y'all up about our beautiful women. Women so cold that they'll tell you the truth and still be telling you a lie. They'll introduce you to the guy they're gonna cheat on you with.
I'm a licensed cosmetologist, barber, loctician, braider. So I have a lot of clients that I've built relationships with. Some of them have wives.
Cool.
Some of them I do consider friends. So I don't agree with that.
Let me ask you something. What's the cutoff time they can text you?
My clients I have a 24-hour access business, so I charge additional fees. So
if I was your man, could I have access to the way they contact you so they can contact us?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Most definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they really just wanted to be your friend?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can have guy friends.
No, you can't. Only way you have a guy friend is you're saying we're only friends. They're hanging out with you in hopes of something else happening. They hang out with you and they circle like buzzards, waiting on a crack in the door, a chink in the armor. Guys are not made that way. Men, you don't hang out with fly chicks to be their friend. You hope you catch them hurting one day and you're there for them. Guys know I'm telling you the truth.
Y'all remember all that shit that y'all was talking about, how it's insecure for you to not want your partner to be friends with the opposite sex? Well, this is a clear case. Blair Underwood marries his best friend of 40 plus years a year after divorcing his wife of 27 years. Now, I'm not saying that she's the cause of their divorce, but I can guarantee you that every time he was having issues with his wife, he was running directly to her. And he didn't just marry his friend because she was there for him. He also married her because he was attracted to her. And you don't just gain attraction for people overnight unless they have something to offer you. Now, you can be oblivious if you want to, but as for me in my house, either you're going to be with me or you're going to be with your female friend. But you can't have both. Peace.
Do you believe that men and women can just be friends?
No. Men a lot of times are friends with women because they won't let them sleep with them. And so they'll just kind of be useful, hoping that one day their nice deeds will add up to attraction. Very attractive women will never have real men friends. If they're very unattractive, they may have friends that are males. It's typically because they're attracted to those males. I think there's a primal part of us where there will always be tension. Even if you're not really attracted to them, there will always be that undertone.
One thing I can never accept is my girl having a best friend that's a guy. I can't do it. Why does your girl feel like she can't confide in you? Why she feel like she has to go to her man best friend to tell her things and how guys operate? Your woman should be your best friend. She shouldn't have another male best friend. There's something you're lacking at. I don't play that, oh, this is my best friend, this is my bestie, none of that. Guys, you gotta peep game. If you see your girl has a man best friend, my boy, she probably playing you, man. And that can go both ways. Ladies, if your man has a best friend that's a woman, it's either one or two things. It's either he doesn't like her as much and she's always in that hope that, oh, maybe one day he might choose me or get with me, or it's number two, they've been doing stuff. It's just, it never worked out relationship-wise. I know everybody's situation is different. I know there's some men that are genuinely friends with women, but you can't tell me that man will not have any sexual relations with you if you gave him an opportunity. You can't tell me that. I know how guys think. So I know for myself, I want to have a woman best friend, especially if I'm in a relationship with a woman. I'm not going to have another woman feeling like, oh, there may be a potential threat or maybe something in the past that went on between them. I'm telling you, it's either one of those two things. It's either they did something in the past together and it just never worked out, or they're constantly friend zoning that person and leaving them as a potential candidate for future references. They're not in high school no more. That best friend stuff between men and women, it does not work. If they weren't already brothers and sisters or family members, nah, kill that shit. Save yourself the drama.
No male friends.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. If you got an attractive wife or attractive girlfriend, if she's attractive, there's no regular male man is going to go, I don't see that big ass and big titties. I don't see it. We just friends. I don't see it with friends. I like to now. If you're gay, you can have a gay friend because a gay friend is not going to notice those titties and boobs, so he'll admire them probably
I was getting ready to say that.
in a
What
different
about that?
way. So yeah, a gay male friend, yeah, but a regular old just male man, no. Come on, man, stop it.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
way he can just be your friend.
yeah, I think so too. I don't think that it can happen if y'all comfortable with each other, but if you have insecurities in your relationship, like that, you cannot do that. I don't recommend you having a friend because your partner is going to feel uncomfortable, because vice versa, if it's on his shoe, her shoe, y'all both going to feel uncomfortable with you being cool with somebody that could have a possibility of liking you or have been liking you, and they just been covering that shit up. No, I understand that. But also, women must watch out too, because you have men that have best friends and they fucking them. Okay? We talking about men, gay men. You know how many bisexual men I know? You understand what I'm saying? Or heard of, or women in situations where they find out that the man that they was calling their best friend, another guy, they sleeping with each other.
Uh,
So again, it goes both ways on both sexes, male and female, because I'm not trusting.
Yeah.
I have a female friend that her and her boyfriend and her boyfriend's best friend and his girlfriend, they used to go out on dates and hang out on stuff. And she dropped something on the floor while they were at a restaurant. Under the table, she saw her man with his hand on the other guy's leg. And she started to investigate. And long story short, he ended up leaving her to be with him. And the two guys moved in together. So, Tiffany, you might have a point. Um, you might have a point. As far as women and men being friends, I have close friends that I don't know if I would say best friend, but I have close female friends, and they're married. Um, do I think about sleeping with them? It's never crossed my mind. Um, but would I be comfortable if my wife or girl said to me, "Hey, this is my"? You can have a best friend. I mean, if you guys are just talking on the phone, but I wouldn't be happy with meeting up or going out for dinner. I'm going out to dinner with my best friend. Are we going to the movies because he's my best friend? Are we going? No, 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 no. You can best friend all you want on the phone.
Not in the movies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You 100%. That's not going down either. And again, something that the man said, do you have a cutoff time with somebody? If you call me after 10 o'clock, that's booty call time. I'm very upset. Do not call my phone after 10 o'clock. And that same go for my man. If some chick is calling you after 10 o'clock, that's disrespectful and rude. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, again, relationships supposed to have boundaries. And when you have a man, you shouldn't have to search out for another man's attention because you have your man. The same thing where a man has a female. If you have a female, you don't need no other female. If you got sisters or something, talk to your sister. But no, you're not going out there being cool or being friends with another chick. Or you understand? Because there will not be no cheating without permission. That's
But
it.
what about trust though? If you trust the person you're with, should you be able to trust that person?
No, I believe in the trust. I believe in the trust. If you trust your partner, you're not worrying about them sleeping with somebody else. Yeah. But again, anything is possible to happen. You understand? I trusted somebody that I knew for 30 plus years and she wound up sleeping with one of my friends. You understand what I'm saying? And come to find out she ain't really like me after 35 years we've been friends. So again, it happens. It happens. So again, when you're comfortable with your partner, you're not thinking about nobody else or anything like that. And if you do have friends, y'all both know these friends, y'all both are mutual friends or whatever the case may be. But no, you don't want to cross a boundary or make somebody think like something might go on or keeping it on a down low or anything. But again, it's not, you can't only just watch that out for women. You got to watch out for men because men be having guys as friends and they be sleeping around with each other.
Yeah, I hear you. I remember when I was a kid. We had some kind of party at a house, and there was a priest, a pastor was at the house, and my dad's job. My dad worked on a ship, so he was always gone out of the island. He was always somewhere sailing, working on it. And the pastor found that out, and the pastor said to my dad, Mr. Yard, when you're out sailing around the world, I can come by and check on your family. And my dad said, no. My dad said, no, no, don't you ever come to my house when I'm not here. Ever.
Right, because he could be weaseling himself in there. Your mother could be going through something. She lonely because he on the water, and I can be a Saint Jack woman. It's just too much.
Yeah, my dad put the kibosh on that real quick.
Yes,
Quickly, huh? That's funny as that.
quickly.
Yeah.
Don't you ever come by my house when I'm on the...
Okay, ever.
Hey, I tell you, I'm with your dad. I'm with your dad on that one. Don't ever.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. I want to say thank you to all of you who've been watching the show. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys will join us next year. Please follow our show.
2026.
We're here. Imagine we have 3 more years of Trump. 3 more years. What could he possibly do that he hasn't done? How could it get any worse? But it will. It will.
Yeah.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah. That girl from the Lion King passed away. Kevin, you sent me that.
Yeah, man. She was actually domestic violence, which we need to talk about, man. Domestic violence. She was stabbed by a boyfriend. That's second woman that was killed that I saw was killed. Celebrity that was killed by her boyfriend in this month. I forgot who the other one was, but yeah, this girl was killed stabbed to death by her boyfriend.
Yeah, her name is Imani. Let me tell y'all a quick story. So I've been doing hair for a long time, and back in 2009, I had this little girl come and get her hair done. Her mother dropped off to get her hair done, and the Lion King commercial came up, and she started screaming, "My mommy is Simba. My mommy is Simba." And I was like, all right, I'm saying to myself, this girl don't know what she's talking about. But, I'm just going along with it. So her mother comes in, and I said, girl, why your daughter kept screaming at the TV when Lion King came on and said that you're Simba? She said, I am Simba. And she's going to soon be playing Nyla.
Wow.
And she's like an understudy. And I was in a state of shock. And I just told somebody this story the same day I found out about this little girl. You should have saw me trying to make sure that wasn't that little girl that I took here, because this was during the time she had to be 8 years old in 2009. So she would have been about this age. So she's either before this girl or after this girl. And only reason why I know it's not her, her mother played Simba. And I also saw it. I looked it up because I'm nosy. I looked it up and saw the mother's picture. So this young lady mother, she's not an actress, but she is a hairstylist and stuff like that. So I just feel really sad that that young lady had to go through it. And again, people are suffering in silence with abuse, verbal, physically, domestic, and for her to be killed by her partner, that is just horrible. So yes, hopefully in this new year we can talk more about mental health awareness. We can also talk about the signs and what to look for in mental health and abuse, because it is going on. A lot of women are losing their life. Even I just saw recently a white woman beating the hell out this black albino guy. Did y'all see that?
No, it is.
Oh my God, she was beating, and he was recording. He wanted everybody to see what he was going through. And she was beating the hell out of him, like punching him in his face and everything. So that abuse is serious, and men get abused by women also. So yes, we have to be open to, learning more about mental health and not becoming a victim. If you see somebody and you see a red flag or it makes you uncomfortable in your belly, please move on, because it's not going to get better.
Yeah. All right, here's a little bit of news about the girl from The Lion King.
Family statement released. Edison NJ, a shadow has fallen over Broadway following the brutal and senseless killing of Imani Dia-Smith, the former child star who famously portrayed young Nala in The Lion King. The 25-year-old actress was found unresponsive in her New Jersey home on December 21, 2025, marking a tragic end to a life defined by light and talent. The cause of death: homicide by domestic violence. According to the Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office, Smith was the victim of a targeted attack. Police responded to a 911 call on Grove Avenue and discovered Smith suffering from multiple severe stab wounds. She was rushed to Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, where she was tragically pronounced dead. Her partner, 35-year-old Jordan D. Jackson Small, was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, weapons offenses, and second-degree endangering the welfare of a child. Authorities confirmed the couple was in a domestic relationship, and the violence was not a random act. The final words: a legacy of joy and light. While her private final words remain sealed under investigation, her family has released a moving public final message to honor her spirit. Through a memorial fund organized by her aunt, the family shared their final perspective on her life. Imani was a true triple threat, an experience that reflected the joy, creativity, and light she put into the world. She leaves behind a community who loved her so very much. A devastating loss for the arts. Smith, who captivated audiences at the Minskoff Theater from 2011 to 2012, leaves behind a 3-year-old son. The Broadway community is currently rallying around her parents, including her mother, a respected film industry stylist, to provide for the young child she left behind. A GoFundMe has already raised over $60,000 to assist with legal costs, trauma therapy, and childcare.
All right, so that was Imani. Yeah, like Kevin said, we got to do a show on domestic violence. Hopefully, I would try to get some kind of professional. I don't know if Tiffany, if you know anyone that is in that field, it'd be great to have them on to talk about
Yeah, man, I didn't know about the kid, man. That made me even worse. Made the whole thing even worse. She had a 3-year-old, man. God
Yeah.
damn it, man.
Yeah.
Lost both parents, just because of men not having emotional stability. And that's another thing we have to talk about. A lot of our men that's locked up or dead today is because they didn't have emotional stability. They let their emotions get the best of them, and now they're suffering, and everybody else around them is suffering too.
Yeah, men, they lose it and they just, I don't know. I don't believe people, they say people snap, but I don't know.
I believe, let me tell you, every case that I have ever watched, because I love watching cases, it's like that light switch go off. And once they light switch go off, you better start running because they killing up everything in their path.
Yeah.
So I think that's because men don't have outlets to be able to talk about it or to calm their self down or was taught about the emotional stability. That's why they snap like that and they just let everything go. Like, they can have everything now. I don't care. I'm done. I'm finished. And we don't want y'all to get to that point. We want y'all to balance it out because once you let your light switch go off, it's no turning back. Whatever you did or what about to do, it's done. You're done. You're done. And that young man is done for the rest of his life. You're not going to see the light of day because you killed somebody because you was mad for probably nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everybody handles differently. I don't know. I remove myself, but I feel myself getting certain. Even if I'm in public and somebody's trying to start an argument, or people who road rage, I don't encourage them. I just remove myself from from whatever.
Sometimes you got to walk away. That would save your life.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So before we go, Tiffany, anything you want to share or that you learned or that you're looking for?
I just want to say, I hope and pray that this new year will be abundance for all of us. Especially if you're walking in the right path, because a lot of us is not walking in the right path. But I pray that people have peace and blessings on their roads and make better decisions. for their family, for themselves. I pray that we have more openness about mental health awareness. Please stay out of these jail system, communicate with your young people, do more for yourself, for this new year coming. And we want to honor the people that have left this earth in 2025. We had a lot. D'Angelo, we had Angie Stone. I mean, it's just Roy Ayers. Like, we lost a lot of iconic people this year, and we want to send blessings and love out to their family and our condolences. And again, thank you for sharing another year with us at the Black Therapy Show. We really appreciate you all, everyone that's in our chat, our family, our friends, our loved ones. We really appreciate you, and continue to stay with us and learn with us and grow with us, cry with us. We really appreciate you all. So make sure you like and subscribe and share, and let us know what you think, how you feel, and everything. And I actually can't wait for the year roundup with Uncle Murder. That's actually 50 Cent's one of his best friends. So he's gonna do a whole roundup for the new year. Hopefully he still do it so we can get his scoop about everything that's going on. And pray we don't have another hip hop documentary coming out on somebody's ass.
50 Cent threatening to bring one out on Tyler Perry.
Yes, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's real, but
I heard about it, but Tyler Perry, I'm gonna be honest with you, he probably will make one for his own damn self. But but yeah, a lot of we noticed that he likes white men and Spanish men, and they're coming out slowly but surely, letting their story be out, and he's probably be the next one on the chopping block. But my thing is, you do unto others is the way you want done to you. So if you was caught up in some and you didn't keep yourself clean, it's going to come back and bite you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, what he did to Monique, that is going to come back and bite him later on in his ass. Him, Gail, Oprah, as you see, Oprah is not like she's still one of the richest personalities in the world. But again, we look at her and Gail a totally different way than how we looked at them 25 years ago. So we pray, that people get their wake up call, and then people learn from their wake up call.
All right, Kev, anything you want?
yeah, man, it's been a great year being a part of this show, and I look forward to next year. And oh yeah, free Diddy, free R. Kelly, and what else?
Tonight.
And rest in peace, Nicki Minaj.
Oh God. You right. Nobody messing with Nikki no more. Nobody's messing with the monster.
She can't come back from that. I think she's in the Candace Owens sort of thing right now. I don't think she can come back from this. I think there's no coming back from this. I think she made her money. She's forever going to be rich if she, invests and do the right thing for cash. And it's hard to blow $150 million. So I think she's going to be okay. Ain't nobody they're not knocking on her door to pay her mortgage anytime soon. She's all good. But I think her career, as we know it, one of the top rappers out there and biggest stars of the last decade, I think that's over. I think it's over. And I think, Trump will be gone from office soon. And all these people that aligned with him, their careers are effed up because they align with this dude. He'll be gone, and she still won't have a career because I think it's over for her. Rest in peace. And I'll see y'all next year.
Yeah.
All right. So, Kev, here's on a list of MAGA supporters who are dead to me.
Good.
Some peace tonight in the arms of the angel. Fly
Do the ones that passed away this year, they get more reverence than those punks.
Yeah. So again, thanks to everyone for watching the show. We will see you guys next year. Kevin, I love you.
Love you, bro. See you next year, man.
I love you. And I will see you guys next year. Before we go, I'm gonna. Tiffany said to give some reverence to the black celebrities well, not black, but celebrities who passed away.
Yeah.
Here. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna close the show out. And thank you to Pamela Jones. Said Happy New Year to us. Happy New Year, Pamela. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. EURGLEN on YouTube is saying Happy New Year, brother or sister. I'm not sure what gender you are. Happy New Year to who else? These names I can't pronounce. Nikki Coates, I can pronounce that.
That's my sister. Hi, sister.
Scooby Doo, Happy New Year. I don't know if Gina is watching. Donna, thank you for watching. DB Kiwi on YouTube. Hope you come back. Thank you also for watching. Thanks to everyone on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. Thank you guys so much. And
shout out to my family watching out in Phoenix, Arizona. My mom, my aunt, I think my niece, and I think my family got the TV on out in Arizona tonight watching from Phoenix. So
right,
from Phoenix. To my sister, if she's still awake, because she goes to sleep at like 6, but she's still watching.
Happy New Year, Bridget.
Love you, sister.
Trisha, Happy New Year. And Mama Lee, Happy New Year. How's your dad, Kev?
Dad's doing good. I spoke with him yesterday. He's doing good, man. Yeah.
All right. So
Thank you for asking. Yes.
We are the Black Therapy Show. We are out. We will see you guys next year.
'Cause this is my life story and it's for you only. Where is the love? Don't fly in the sky, got a story to say, I'll tell you why. I'll be there for you and I'll and give you 5 minutes. For the time of your life, it's time to stand up and fight. Somehow, we seem to think that our work is done. To me, all that a woman should have, lost and turned out.
Mr. Brothers there.
Put a smile on your face. This is another test. It won't last always. Oh yeah, yeah. And I tell you, he will. Yes, he will. 5 brown eyes, your thick thighs. Every time I see your smile, got me hypnotized.
Full of that weed, landing like a poppy shit. I slanted and a chanting, happy nigga named Young Bleed Corleone.
Follow me, follow me, follow me.
My speciality.
Vegetables.
Naturally.
Some frozen.
You bet.
I fought so hard for these last 2 years.
Crack, like Reagan, changed the landscape of this country.
Or of faith, friends, family, loved ones.
I don't hate all cops. I just hate the ones that did what they did to my husband.
Incredible. She does jazz. I like everything from Sting to Tuck and Patty to the artist formerly known as Prince.
So Jay used to watch me grind with X, and he was off with the Hitman. And then something strange happened when I made Get At Me Dog.
What's the matter with you coming in this house, young? Is Mama home? Can't you see I'm on the telephone? Is this my shirt?
And I hope I can live up to my ancestors' expectation of me.
Bring it up a little bit. Bring it up a little bit. Bring it up a little bit. Bring it up.
That was beautiful.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We help We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we're gonna challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Happy New Year!
Hey, Scooby Doo too. Okay.